The fifth commandment. It is written, "Let the waters swarm with a swarm of living souls." This verse contains 3 commandments: to study Torah, to be fruitful and multiply, and to circumcise on the 8th day, removing the foreskin. To study and contemplate Torah, expanding her every day, not letting her be forgotten, as is written, "Let the waters swarm," Torah. One should engage in her every day, enhancing one's soul and spirit. For when a person studies Torah, he is adorned with another holy soul, as is written, with a swarm of nefesh chaya, and nefesh, soul, of that holy chaya, living being. For when a person does not study Torah, he has no holy soul. Supernal holiness does not rest upon him. When he is engaged with Torah, through his murmuring, he attains that living soul, becoming like the holy angels, as is written, "Bless Yod He Vav He, O his angels," those engaged in Torah, called his angels on earth. This is what is written, "And let birds fly above the earth," referring to this world. Regarding that world, we have learned that the Blessed Holy One intends to provide them with wings like eagles to roam throughout the world, as is written, "They who await Yod He Vav He shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles." This is what is written, "Let the waters swarm with a swarm of living souls, and let birds fly above the earth." Torah called water, let it swarm and generate the movement of a living soul, drawing her down from the sight of the living being, as explained. Concerning this, David declared, "Create in me a pure heart, O God, to study Torah, and then renew in me a steadfast spirit." The 6th commandment, to be fruitful and multiply. For whoever engages in this causes that river to flow constantly, its waters never ceasing, and the sea is filled from every direction. New souls are innovated, emerging from that tree, while above, numerous powers increase along with them, as is written, "Let the waters swarm with a swarm of living souls, and let birds fly above the earth." This is the holy sealed covenant, a river streaming forth, its waters swelling, swarming with swarms of souls for that living being. With those souls entering that living being, emerge many birds, flying, soaring throughout that world. As a soul emerges into this world, the bird flying forth with this soul from that tree emerges with her. How many emerge with each and every soul? 2, one on the right and one on the left. If one is virtuous, they protect him, as is written, "For he will order his angels to guard you in all your ways." If not, they accuse him. Rabbi Pinchas said, "There are 3 who serve as the guardians of a human being, as is written, if he has an angel over him, an advocate, one among 1,000, to vouch for his uprightness. If he has an angel over him, here is 1, an advocate 2, to vouch for his uprightness, here is 3. Rabbi Shimon said, 5, since it is written further, "Then he is gracious to him, and he says, 'Deliver him from descending to the pit, I have found a ransom.' Then he is gracious to him, 1, and he says, 2. He replied, 'Not so. Rather, then he is gracious to him, the Blessed Holy One alone, for no one but he has the authority.' He said to him, 'You have spoken well.' Whoever avoids engendering new life diminishes, as it were, the image comprising all images, causing the waters, of that river to flow no more, damaging the holy covenant on all sides. Concerning him it is written, "They will go out and stare at the corpses of the people who rebelled against me." Indeed, this is for the body. As for his soul, it does not pass through the curtain at all. It is banished from that world. The seventh commandment, to circumcise on the 8th day, removing the filth of the foreskin. For the living being is the 8th of all rungs, and the soul that has flown from her should appear before her on the 8th day, since she is the 8th rung. Then it is clearly seen that she is nefesh chaya, a soul of that living holy being, not from the other side. This is, let the waters swarm. In the book of Enoch, let the water of the holy seed be inscribed with the mark of nefesh chaya, a soul of the living being. This is the mark of the letter Yod, inscribed in the holy flesh in preference to all other marks of the world. Let birds fly above the earth. This is Elijah, who sweeps through the entire world in 4 glides to be present at that holy circumcision. One must prepare a chair for him and declare, "This is the chair of Elijah." If not, he does not abide there. God created the great sea monsters. 2. Foreskin and uncovering, cutting the foreskin and afterward uncovering. They are male and female. And every soul of the living being that moves, inscription of the sign of the holy covenant, indicating that she is a soul of the holy living being, as we have said, which the waters brought forth in swarms. The upper waters were drawn toward this inscribed sign. Consequently, Israel is inscribed with the holy pure mark below, just as they are inscribed to distinguish between the holy side and the other side of impurity. So Israel is inscribed to distinguish between holiness and other nations, deriving from the other impure side, as explained. As he marks them, so he marks off their animals and birds from the animals and birds of other nations. Happy is their share. The 8th commandment, to love the convert coming to circumcise himself, to enter beneath the wings of Shekinah. Under her wings she brings those separating themselves from the impure other side and approaching her, as is written, "Let the earth bring forth nefesh chaya, souls of the living being, according to their kind." Now if you say that the soul of the living being contained in Israel is designated for everyone, the verse continues, according to their kind. How many rooms and parlors, one within the other, are located in this earth, the living being, beneath her wings? Her right wing includes 2 parlors, branching from it for 2 other nations closely related to Israel, to bring them into these parlors. Beneath her left wing are 2 other parlors, branching off for 2 other nations, namely Ammon and Moab. All of them are called souls of the living being. Countless other concealed rooms and palaces abide in each wing, from which spirits emerge to be distributed to all converting converts. They are called souls of the living being, but according to their kind. They all enter beneath the wings of Shekinah no further. But as for Israel, their soul emerges from the trunk of that tree, whence souls fly into earth, into her womb, deep within. The secret is, you shall be an earth of delight. So Israel is a precious son for whom her innards yearn, and they are called born from the womb, not from the wings outside. Furthermore, converts have no share in the celestial tree, certainly not its trunk. Rather, their share is in the wings, no higher. A convert is beneath the wings of Shekhinah, no higher. They are converts of righteousness, for there they dwell, uniting, not within, as explained. So, let the earth bring forth souls of the living being according to their kind. Which kind? Cattle, crawling things, and living creatures of the earth, according to their kind. All of them draw a soul from that living being, but each according to its kind, fittingly. The 9th commandment, to be generous to the poor and provide them with food, for it is written, "Let us make a human being in our image, according to our likeness." Let us make a human being, jointly, including male and female, in our image, the wealthy, according to our likeness, mystery of the poor. For the wealthy derive from the side of the male, the poor from the side of the female. Just as they constitute a single partnership, one caring for the other, providing for the other, and rendering goodness, so should human beings below be rich and poor in a single bond, one providing for the other and rendering goodness. They shall have dominion over the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, the animals, the whole earth, and all crawling things that crawl on earth. This secret we have seen in the book of King Solomon. If one cares for the poor wholeheartedly, his image never mutates from that of Adam, and since the image of Adam is impressed on him, he controls all creatures of the world, as is written, "Fear and dread of you shall be upon all the beasts of the earth, and upon all the birds of the sky, everything with which the earth teems, and all the fish of the sea. Into your hand they are given." All of them fear and tremble from that image impressed upon him. Because of all the commandments, this is the finest for attaining the image of one's Lord. How do we know? From Nebuchadnezzar. Even though he dreamed that dream, as long as he was generous to the poor, his dream did not befall him. As soon as he cast a stingy, evil eye, no longer acting generously to them, what is written? The word was still in the king's mouth, when a voice fell from heaven. To you it is decreed, O King Nebuchadnezzar, the kingdom has departed from you. You are being driven away from human beings, and your habitation shall be with the beasts of the field. You shall be fed grass like cattle. Immediately his image mutated, and he was banished from humankind. So say, let us make a human being in our image. Here is written Asiya, making, and there is written the name of the man with whom Asiti, I worked. Today is Boaz. The 10th commandment, to put on tefillin, perfecting oneself in the image on high, for it is written, God created the human being in his image. He opened saying, your head upon you is like Carmel. We have established this verse, and it has been discussed, but your head upon you is like Carmel. The head on high, tefillin of the head, name of the Holy King on high, Yod He Vav He, inscribed in letters. Each and every letter, one portion, the holy name engraved fittingly in the order of the letters. We have learned, all the peoples of the earth shall see that the name of Yod He Vav He is proclaimed upon you, and they shall be in awe of you. The tefillin of the head, the holy name in the order of its letters. The first portion is, Hallow to me every firstborn, Yod, holiness, firstborn of all the holy above, breacher of every womb, by that narrow path descending from the Yod, opening the womb to generate fruit and verdure fittingly. That is holiness above. The second portion is, so when Yod He Vav He brings you to the land, He, the palace, whose womb was opened by Yod through 50 openings, parlors, and concealed rooms of Binah. That opening made Yod in the palace is intended to trumpet the sound issuing from the shofar. For this shofar was stopped up on every side, and Yod came and opened it, bringing forth its sound. As soon as he opened it, he blew it, bringing forth a sound to bring forth slaves to freedom. Through the sounding of this shofar, Israel went forth from Egypt, as destined once again at the end of days. Every deliverance issues from this shofar. So the exodus from Egypt is included in this portion, for it emerged from this shofar through the power of Yod, who opened her womb, bringing forth its sound for the deliverance of the slaves. This is He, second letter of the holy name. The third portion is the mystery of unification. Hear, O Israel, Yod He Vav He is our God. Yod He Vav He is one. This is Vav, including all, unifying all. In him they unite, and he carries all. The fourth portion is, if you listen, totality of two sides, with whom assembly of Israel, power below, is united. This is the final He, receiving them, comprised by them. Tefillin are the actual letters of the holy name. So your head upon you is like Carmel, tefillin of the head. Ve'dalat, the locks of your head are like purple. Tefillah of the hand, who is poor compared to those above. Nevertheless, she is complete as above. A king is held captive in the tresses. He is bound and held within those compartments, uniting with that holy name fittingly. So one adorned in them is in the image of God. Just as the holy name is united with God, so is the holy name united with him fittingly. Male and female he created them, tefillin of the head and tefillah of the hand. All is one. The 11th commandment, to tithe the tithe of the earth. Here are two commandments. One, to tithe the tithe of the earth. The other, the first fruits of the tree. For it is written, See, I have given you every seed-bearing plant that is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree that has seed-bearing fruit, they shall be yours for food. Here is written, See, I have given, and there is written, See, I have given the Levites every tithe in Israel, and similarly, every tithe of the earth, from the seed of the earth or from the fruit of the tree, belongs to Yod He Vav He. The 12th commandment, to bring the first fruits of the tree, for it is written, Every tree that has seed bearing fruit. Everything designated for me, which I have forbidden you to eat, I permitted to them and gave them. All tithes and first fruit of the trees, I have given you, not to the generations after you. The 13th commandment, to redeem one's son, binding him to life. For there are two appointees, one of life and one of death, standing above a person. When he redeems his son, he redeems him from the land of that one of death, who now has no power over him. The secret is, God saw all that he had made in general, and behold, it was very good. And behold, it was good, angel of life, very angel of death. So through that redemption, this one of life is sustained, that one of death weakened. Through this redemption, he acquires life for him, as explained, and that evil side leaves him, cannot seize him. The 14th commandment: to observe the Sabbath day, day of rest from all acts of creation. Here 2 commandments coalesce, one observing the Sabbath day, the other endowing that day with its holiness. To observe the Sabbath day, as I have mentioned, whose meaning I have aroused, for it is a day of rest for the worlds, on which all acts were consummated and enacted before the day was hallowed. Once the day was hallowed, the creation of spirits remained. For them no body had been created. Now, didn't the Blessed Holy One know to delay hallowing the day until bodies had been created for these spirits? The answer is, the tree of knowledge of good and evil aroused that other evil side, who verged on ceasing power in the world, and countless spirits of varied species spread out to empower themselves in bodies. As soon as the Blessed Holy One saw this, he aroused a gust of wind from the tree of life, which struck another tree, arousing the other good side, and the day was hallowed. For the creation of bodies and the arousal of spirits derive from the side of goodness on this night, not from the other side. If on this night the other side had preceded the side of goodness, the world could not have withstood them for even a moment. But the Blessed Holy One provided a remedy in advance, for the hallowing of the day skipped ahead, forestalling the other side, and the world stood firm. Whereas the other side had schemed to be constructed in the world, empowered, on this night the side of goodness was constructed and empowered. Holy bodies and spirits were constructed on this night from the side of goodness. So the conjugal interval of the wise who know this is from Sabbath to Sabbath. Once the other side saw that the side of holiness had done what she had intended to do, she began roaming with her countless forces and her flanks, observing all those having intercourse in the nude by the light of a lamp. All children issuing from there are epileptic, possessed by spirits of that other side, naked spirits of the wicked called demons, or possessed by Lilith who slays them. As soon as the day is hallowed and holiness rules the world, that other side diminishes itself, hiding away throughout the night and day of Sabbath. Except for Asimon and his entire band who pass secretly over lamps, observing naked intercourse, then hide themselves away in the chasm of the immense abyss until Sabbath departs. As soon as Sabbath departs, countless forces and companies fly, roaming through the world. So the song against maleficent spirits was instituted to prevent their ruling the holy people. Where do they fly on that night? After they issue in a rush, intending to rule in the world over the holy people, and they see them in prayer and song, first enacting Havdalah during prayer, and then again over the cup, they fly away, roaming till they reach the desert. Concerning the departure of Sabbath, they have said, "May their memory be a blessing." 3 bring evil upon themselves. 1, whoever curses himself. The 2nd, whoever throws out bread or crumbs amounting to the size of an olive. The 3rd, whoever lights a lamp at the departure of Sabbath, before Israel has reached the hallowing of the portion, because by this fire he prematurely kindles the fire of hell. For there is a place reserved in hell for those who violate Sabbaths, and those punished in hell cursed the one who lights a lamp prematurely, exclaiming, Yod-He-Vav-He is going to hurl you with a mighty hurl, winding you round and round. He will wrap you up as a turban, a ball, off to a vast land. For it is not right to kindle fire as Sabbath departs until Israel enacts Havdalah during prayer, and then over the cup, because until then it is still Sabbath, and the holiness of Sabbath reigns over us. At the moment they enact Havdalah over the cup, all those forces and companies empowered over the days of the week return, each and every one to its station and task. For when Sabbath enters and the day is hallowed, holiness is aroused and rules the world, while the profane is divested of its rule. Until Sabbath has departed, they do not return. Even as Sabbath departs, they do not return to their places till the moment Israel says, Blessed are you, Yod-He-Vav-He, who separates the holy from the profane. Then holiness withdraws, and the companies empowered over the weekdays are aroused and return to their posts, each to its assigned watch. Even so, they do not assume control until they shine through the mystery of the lamp. They are all called lights of the fire, for they all spring from the mysterious stream of elemental fire and rule over the lower world. All this applies when one lights a lamp before Israel has completed the hallowing of the portion. However, if one waits until they have completed it, those sinners in hell acknowledge the justice of the Blessed Holy One and confirm for that person all the blessings declared by the congregation. May God give you of the dew of heaven and the fat of the earth, abundance of grain and new wine. Blessed be you in the city, blessed be you in the field.